Hello and welcome to Season 4, Episode 3 of our career mode, where we try and go from obscurity to Champions League glory. My name is Ashley, and we're still with Torquay, and I couldn't not show you this episode. We're at home and away against Solihull Moors, our former team, one in the Vanarama National League, one in the FA Cup 4th round qualifying round. It's going to be an interesting episode. We're going to go back to Solihull in the second game, but first we host them. Our form since you were last with us has been rather good. You were last here for the three-game episode where we beat Southport, drew with Welling and beat Woking. Since then, we beat Fylde 1-0. We had trounced Newport County 4-0. We had a really good game against Billericay, and considering they were top at this point, or second place, I think, we were 2-1 up, and we just couldn't hang on. In the end, they won 3-2, probably deservedly. We then drew 3-3 against Boreham Wood. We were 3-1 up in this game and couldn't see it through, which is a real shame. But going into today's game, confidence is high. I mean, only really 3 losses all season so far, too many draws, which means the table now stands like this. Going into the episode, we're in 11th place, 6 points off 7th, but more importantly, we're 9 points already ahead of relegation. I don't think we're going to be in that battle at all this season. I think we're going to be looking to try and keep pace with the playoffs, which means the team for today's game is Durrell in goal, a back four of Suka, Edwards, Madden and Saki. Finney, Young and Andrews make up the midfield, and Morton, Buckhaler, and Reed in the front three. The reason for the change is Jack Simpson and Anton Eade are not available for the game, one through suspension, one through injury. Ogbeta is on international duty, and quite frankly, Buckhaler has been exceptional. Look at that, an average rating of 8.25 with 4 goals to his name. He has been sensational since we started playing him. Let's get into the game. A game we are definite favourites for. They got promoted last season via the playoffs. Their prediction is to finish right down the bottom. Our prediction is 6th at the start of the season, but with a couple of new changes to the team, who knows what will go on. I didn't have a look to see if we recognise anybody. Paul, in centre-back, I recognise him. Good ball to Morton. Reed is in, and he hits the bar. Who else do we recognise? Was Goddard there when we were? I remember Lowe and Bullock and O'Brien, of course. But it's a very different team. I mean, is that Jed Wallace playing at left wing? If it is, I mean, he's far too good for this level. Can't be Jed Wallace. Saki to Finney to Saki, who whips the ball in. Morton's arriving but can't get anything on it. Finney picks it up. He knocks it back out wide to Morton. Reed in the middle. Falls to Buckhaler. And I told you, he's been on great form. He's been our star player so far this season. And that is a goal to put us 1-0 up against our former club. Absolutely delighted to be playing against them this season. A chance for a little bit of a rivalry on the episodes, on the series, early in the series. Reed's been injured, but it's fine because we've got 2 very good players who can step in to that position, no worries. Carl McFarlane is the player we choose to give it to. (1-0) half time. As you can see, we've been the better side. Things are going well. Yeah, Cy Goddard. Yeah, we brought him in. He's somebody who probably is good enough for this level. One of the latter signings that we brought in when we were probably good enough to stay up, and I mismanaged it. I did, you know. Madden with the header, just wide. We're having all the play, all the chances. I'd like a second just to finish everything off. Andrews with a free kick to Finney. He looks back to Suka, who launches one to Buckhaler, who can cross. And Morton's alone at the back post, but doesn't get on the end of it. He whips it in. It's cleared, and it's cleared all the way to Simo, who is through, and he fires wide. I thought that would be the lead gone. This is a game we really do have to win. Oh, and they fire across the front of goal. They're starting to get some chances. One wonders whether perhaps changes might be the way forward. I think Whelan probably coming on might be a good idea. He wants to be a centre midfielder, that's fine. And can Saki play left back? Not really. We need a centre back. Rowthorne can play there, but not ideal. We're going to drop back to standard, given that, you know, we are the better side. Oh, and they hit the bar. Edwards brings it away. Morton coming forward with it. Are we going to get a highlight out of this? No, we're not. It goes out for a throw-in. Should we be going counter in this situation? Yes, we should. We've got a highlight. Young whips it to the back post. Morton picks it up but loses it. Bealey picks it up for them. Sake over there to collect. He knocks it inside, but Harvey picks it up. Sloppy defending. Great tackle from Suker. Finney. Good play to Whelan. To Young, who's got Morton available on the left-hand side. People arriving at the back post, and it's Bughail Mellor, who again arrives. Those two are really, without any doubt whatsoever, getting the job done. They are too good for this level. Bughail Mellor, you know, according to the star ratings, he's only 2 stars. Like hell is he. He is far too good for us. Sake with a ball into the back post, trying to get it to Morton. That's full time at Torquay. We win the league game. We get the 3 points, meaning the league position at the end of the episode, because the next game isn't going to affect the league position. See, I was thinking, I was paying attention. We are in 11th place. We're still 5 points off the playoffs. Nothing really changed, but we've just pushed ourselves. Now 11 points ahead of the relegation zone. Everybody important in the league won there. Mellor got man of the match, running 13k. We'll be back shortly for the next game against Solihull Moors, which is, of course, the FA Cup 4th round qualifying round. And we're back ready for the away game in the FA Cup. Update: since the last game, we've been offered an interview at Newport County. Newport County are all the way down here in 22nd place in this division, so not one we're particularly looking to go to. Their finances are okay. Historically, though, they're a bigger team than us, and if you have a quick look at the general facilities, they get a... Well, actually, you know what? Historically, they're a bigger team than us, but I think at the moment, comparing the two clubs, we are the bigger team. I suppose they get slightly more season ticket holders, the tickets are slightly more expensive. I think at the moment we are happy where we are. I've gone for the interview. I've taken it just to see, you know, what the interest is, and maybe make the club a bit jealous that they're, you know, that I'm poaching people, or just to get myself in the newspaper. But there we are. For today's game, we've gone with very much a similar team. Only difference is Anton Eid comes in at left back as Suker drops to the bench. Otherwise, and McFarlane replaces the injured Alex Reid. Otherwise, it's the same team. We're still going control, even though it's away, because I think we are the better side. And I think we should be looking to get goals early in the game, put ourselves ahead, and see the game out nice and early. We're in white, which makes a nice change. If Newport County came in offering loads of money, then I might take it. But the fact of the matter is, I think I'm just I'm at the bigger club. I'm building the squad I want here. And I think if I was to leave Torquay now, it'd have to be for a league team. Other news is we have completed our B license. I've tried to push for an A license, the next license, but they're not having it. They're not interested. Morton crosses. McFarlane arrives. We had a couple of chances there. I'm trying to get the next license, which I think is the C license. I think. The club are not having it because they need me for training. The club's now in debt by around £50,000, so that's not happening anytime soon. So yeah, I think probably the next time we do a badge will be at a new club, or if we got to the league and sold a couple of players. I think maybe. It's looking rather difficult, but we need to sort the club finances out. We need to be at a club with better finances if we're going to get our next badge, and that unfortunately means either by leaving, McFarlane picks the ball up. He's all alone, but he can beat his man. He's got Morton at the back post. He shoots himself, and he beats O'Brien at the near post. That's a wonderful individual goal. We've got the lead 5 minutes in. Early goals. I said early goals. We've been the better side already in the first 5 minutes. 2 clear-cut opportunities early in the match. And I think we've got a good chance now of getting to the first round proper. Morton has picked up a little knock. Not something I'm too concerned about, judging by how high his fitness has come up. But if we got a second goal, I think I'd be looking to take him off. Madden clears the ball. Bennett has it. He can look right and find Goddard again, who can deliver a ball, but it ricochets off at Anton Eade. We're now on the breakaway. Bughelm Meller, McFarlane down this right-hand side. He's got 4 men in the box to find. Paul gets in the way. Morton, he's still got 3 men in the box to find, but plays a poor pass to Bennett. But it's still very difficult. Anton Eade whips the ball in. Bughelm Meller, 2-0, and I think half-time now Morton is going to come off. We've got the 2-goal advantage. We're the better side. We are, without a doubt, going to go on and win this, save a miracle. I hope Solihull stay up. You know, and now I've got the 3 points against them. You know, I wish them all the best. It's, you know, it's only the games against me that I want them to lose. Wallace plays the ball forward to McAlinden. Madden plays it back to Dural, who hoofs it clear. Bughelm Meller, McAlinden, it falls to Simo, who shoots. It's 2-1. I may have spoken a bit too early. This game is not over. They are back into it. Nobody really wanting to do it. In the end, a huge ball over the box. Maybe Antony should be covering back. Maybe the keeper should have come out to meet it. Either way, they get the goal. And they make it 2-1. But we are the better side. There's no doubt about that. And you feel that... Oh, but the FA Cup causes surprises. Over the course of 90 minutes, of 10 games, we'd win the most. But here today, away from home, in the Cup, who knows? Simo causing problems again. He puts it into Wallace. It's cleared only as far as Forrest. Harvey puts the ball out wide to Forrest. He's got Simo in the box, and that is what we were afraid of just before half-time. It's 2-2. And the question is now, do I take Morton off? It's not an easy decision now. I'll have a look at his performance. He's averaging 6.7, but the people around him are doing so much better. Rhys Gregor Cox is on the bench. I don't know whether either him or Bughelm Meller can play on that far side. Bughelm Meller should be able to. It's iffy, but needs must, I'm afraid. So yeah, we are going to make the change. Morton comes off. Rhys Gregor comes on. And we've sort of allowed Solihull Moors back into this game a little bit more than I wanted, and they've got a corner. They're the ones creating the chances, having the chances. Goddard with a shot, whips it into the back post, and Wallace scores, and we're now losing. We are now losing, and Solihull Moors have just been the better side without any shadow of a doubt. Since going 2-0 up, we've gone to sleep. They've got a free kick. The ball goes in. Simo has won a penalty. Young gives it away. We're potentially going to be 4-2 down against the team we've just beaten in the league. Durrell with a good save, but it falls right back at the feet at McAlinden. And that's a real shame. Durrell, good save, pushed it onto the post. An inch further up, and you know, that's... We're going to go attacking for the final 15 minutes, just as a bit of experiment, see how that goes. Well, it's having an influence on the game. We're starting to have a bit more possession, a bit more territory. But they're now coming forward in numbers, and we're going to need to win the ball, which we do. Antonid picks the ball up. Ball over the top to McFarlane. Boghelmela trying to get into the box, maybe? No, ball back to O'Brien, to Paul, to Cook. He hoofs it upfield. Madden picks it up. He picks out Boghelmela, who shoots and shoots wide. We're going to go out the cup, which is the first time we've not made the first round in 3 years, I think. It is a shame, but we can focus on the league now. You don't have to keep watching FA Cup games. The league's far more important. Very disappointed with that performance. I thought we'd walk over Solihull Moors, even away from home today. I thought we'd be the better side. As it is, we went 2-0 up, couldn't see the game through, and we move on back into the league, which is by far the bigger competition. Morton's out only for a couple of days, which is very nice. Schedule then, we're looking for the next game. Because we've got no first round to show you, we'll probably next game show you the Hartlepool and Dagenham and Redbridge game. Yeah, those will be the next 2 games, and then we'll probably show you the FA Cup Trophy first round and Ebbsfleet. If you'd like that episode, press the like button. It would do me a massive favour. Subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you very much for watching.